Okay, I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes because I don't want to get yelled at by Leslie. All right. Hey, y'all enjoying this?
Yeah.
Come on. That's all? Yeah. Okay, all right. So I had a question for you. Y'all like my shoes?
Yeah.
They're brand new. I just pulled them out today just for this. All right. So I am going to talk about why diversity, equity, and inclusion still matters. You know, the still is all caps. Why it still matters. Okay? And it matters for a lot of reasons. Okay? But I'm going to start with a story. I like shoes. How many of you in here like shoes? How many of you been to a shoe store? At least one, right? Virtual or otherwise. And I'm going to try to help you with how this is going to work with regards to why the DEI still matters. You know, as you go into a shoe store, there's something that's in common with every shoe store. And that is, there's a shoe for just about anybody, right? I don't care what color, what size. We don't all wear the same size shoes. I wear 14. I don't need a 10. I need a 14. I like Nike, right? I like my tennis shoes, as I said. And as an organization, leaders need to look at their companies as that shoe store, because we all come to work, right? And we all need something to help us perform our jobs. So we need a pair of shoes. But we all don't need the same type of shoes, okay? So just having shoes meaning, hey, we're on equal footing. But again, we don't wear the same type of shoes.
Well,
okay, so some of us like stilettos, right? I don't know how I look in stilettos, but I like my Nikes, right? So before I continue on this, I want to tell a little story about a conversation I had with my father when I was about 10 or 12 years old, growing up in the city of Detroit. And I said, hey, Dad, my friends have these cool new shoes called Nikes. That's what they call, for those who are not old enough, that's what we used to call them, Nikes, right? And he said, Mikes? And, no, Dad, Nikes, you know, with the swoosh, like these, right? And he said, never heard of those. But what's wrong with the shoes that you have now? I said, wait a minute. Dad, these are these old kangaroo boots that he got me for Christmas. And I've worn them Christmas, summer, spring. I need some new shoes, Dad. And he said, So he walks away. And for the next week or so, I'm thinking, man, I wish I had those Nikes. So Dad shows up with a box, a shoe box. And I'm like, could these be the Nikes? Could these be the Nikes? And I open up the box. And to my surprise, they are the Converse Chuck Taylor.
no.
Yes. And if you remember those shoes, big soles, rubber toes.
Yes, sir.
So needless to say, those shoes sat in my box, in my room, for a few weeks. Then eventually they grew on me, and I said, I need to wear these gym shoes. And trust me, I wore the heck out of those shoes. We say that we have a saying, wear them until the wheels fall off. I had a hole in the bottom of those shoes by the end of the summer. I just wanted to share that story because, again, I like shoes. So as a leader, remember that everything that you're designing around inclusive cultures is designed for everyone, not just one singular group or person. It's designed for everyone. And unfortunately, during 2020, we overcompensated as companies. Who all remembers when all the companies said, we're going to pledge X number of dollars to these different charities, and we don't know where that money went. People haven't spent that money, right? So I want to remind leaders, those leaders are in here, or those people who touch other leaders, remember, you have a shoe store that you need to serve. And each of these shoes represents something. Again, like I said, I might want some gym shoes. I might want stilettos. I might want some Crocs. If I'm neurodiverse, where's Martha? Is she out here? If I'm neurodiverse and my other neurodiversity experts, I may not need shoes because I want to feel it. You have to remember that. Adjusting the dial for your people so that you can get your shoe game in order. Okay? So, what do you need to do? Do this to get your shoe game in order. This is what I want you to do if you're a leader. Demonstrate authentic commitment. show up. Hold yourself accountable as a leader, because the tone is at the top. That's where it's set. Inclusive design principles. If you're a software developer or a SaaS company, like Alec, you want to make sure you're designing with everyone in mind. Empower diverse voices within your organization, because you can thrive on innovation from the diverse thinking. And guess what? When you do that, you become a resilient company. Come on, let's got to keep up. Thank you, Dr. Carl. Check your tech. We often forget how much impact technology has. I'm a tech leader, so I would be remiss if I don't talk a little bit about technology. So, how many Star Wars fans in here? I love it. There's a light side, there's a dark side, there's good, there's not so good. Technology is like that. But if you're doing those things, like I said earlier, about the inclusive design principles and things of that nature, you can overcome some of these things, a lot of these things. So, in closing, I told you I was going to be quick. You want to get your shoe game in order. Thank you for your time. I'm Jermaine Stanley.